The switch statements transfers control to one of several statements depending on the value of a condition, so which evaluates to either an integer or enumeration type. The switch keyword denotes a switch statement. So the switch statements provide conditional branching. When a switch statement executes, control transfers to the case fitting to the condition or to a default condition if no case matches the condition expression. So the case keyword denotes a case, whereas the default keyword denotes the default condition. Somewhat confusingly, execution will continue until the end of the switch statement or to the break keyword. So you will always find a break at each end of each description and condition. So let's create an example switch statement. For example, switch here. This is our condition, and then we have a case expression here, or you can write case like that in this, and then handle a case here, and then you will add the here, and then you will add the break here. After this curly braces, you will add break, which I will explain why what are these here. So then for example, let's add second case expression 2 here, and then let's add here handle a case 2 here, and then as always we do in switch statements, we do break here, and after that we have a default keyword in switch statement. So let's write this as well, default keyword, which I will explain what is default handle. The default keyword is default case here. So now I will begin to explain this, what these keywords are and how this switch statement structure works. So let's start with the switch keyword. So switch keyword followed by the condition in parentheses here. Actually, we don't need two parentheses here. It's useless. So switch statement followed by this condition parentheses here. So all switch begins with this. You can't, you just can't write a case and then switch. So you have to do switch and then cases, and after that default here. So every switch statement starts with switch and condition here, and then each case begins with the case keyword here, followed by the case's enumeration or integral value. If condition equals here for example case 1, for example, the code in the block containing here handle case here will execute. After each statement following a case here, you place a break keyword. So if condition matches none of the case, the default case here, as you can see here, is executes. So I want to add something here. The braces here enclosing each case are optional, but I highly recommend this. Without them, you will sometimes get surprising behavior. So always add these curly braces. But in the technical view, it's not mandatory, but highly recommended. So let's create a switch statement with the enumeration class. So I'm going to delete this. You won't need this here and here. So let's create an first let's create an ENUM class here. For example, ENUM class here, race or car models, or my car models here. I will explain all of these codes here. For example, BMW, Mercedes, Renault, Ferrari, Volkswagen, Ford, here, Jeep, and I think that's enough. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 car models here. So in main statement, let's write our switch case statements here. So let's create an object race here, or my car models. Okay, so cars here, or my cars equals my car models here, this operator, and for example Ferrari. So then I will explain all of these codes as I do always. Switch here, switch. As you can see here, our integrated development environment automatically created these braces here. So now we will give the switch here my cars, because we will use this enum class here, and we will use enum class members. So mainly, firstly, we will give my car as a parameter, and then we will write our case and default statements. So let's start with let's follow this order here. So switch case, switch case, switch case here. My car models, for example BMW, and then here curly braces. If the case is print BMW, you have a BMW, and then we will break code, break this case statement after the curly braces here. And let's add another case here. Case my car models. We have the Mercedes here, and then printf, you have a Mercedes Benz here, and then break our code, add another case, because we have 6 variables here. Then we have a Renault, my car models, Renault here, printf, you have a Renault here, and then break this as well. Well, okay, yeah. What's the problem here? Yeah, we fixed that. And my car models, Renault, we have here we have Renault, and let's add Volkswagen. Printf, you have a Volkswagen, and then break this code also here. And lastly, we have 2 car models. Case my car models here. Let's add Ford, and here printf, you have a Ford, break, and lastly my car models and Jeep here. Printf, you have a Jeep here, and add the break statement here, break here, and then we're gonna write the default here. Default, oops, here, default statement, printf, error here, for example user error, unknown unknown make. Yeah, or let's write model, unknown model here, and add in braces here. So let's now explain this clause. Here, we create the enumeration class, declares the enumeration type, my car models, which you use to initialize my car models to Ferrari. So the switch statement here evaluates the condition race to determine which condition to hand to control to. So because you hard-coded this to the Ferrari earlier in this code, as you can see here, execution transfers to here. Oops, we forgot to write the Ferrari here after Renault. Yeah, I'm sorry for it. Let's add case my car models Ferrari. Here, printf, you have a Ferrari. Here. So, and execution, just let's add break here. So, because you hard-coded this Ferrari in this code, the execution here transfers this Ferrari. So, which prints you have a Ferrari. So the break here terminates the switch statement. So the default condition at this here is safety feature. So if someone adds a new race value or new my car models value to the enumeration class, you will detect that unknown race at runtime and print an error message. So try setting these my car race models, racing models to different values, and let's see how the output changes. So firstly, I want to compile code and run here. And as you can see here, we got an output that says you have a Ferrari. So let's change this Ferrari to BMW here, and we will get and this case executes, and we got you have a BMW. So let's add another make a model here. For example, let's add GMC here and use this GMC. And here, as you can see here, we got an user error. As you can see, we got printed this because we didn't define this GMC on this switch statement.